Okay. So I already know they have the what is it? The Stranger Things marathon going on. I hope that goes very well. I couldn't get with it because I didn't watch it long term. So I had a great Christmas. Gonna get back to what we need to do because I want this done before January 1st, and we're very very close. Today we're just gonna be getting rid of mock code, mock logins, and then running across to do security. Um, as of right now, I have it to where the admin menu is showing up properly, but we just got to consolidate all of this. Fixed it to where there's only one settings. And actually, I need to be taking notes. We need to go ahead and set up Square account. Second thing we got to do, that'll be that. Fix that. Let's go and see if we can change our name. That was a big thing. Update profile. Fail to update profile. F12. Bundle of resources. We got 405. Update profile. 405. So, and then when I say that, I want to say check all routes. And then what I also want to do is we want to collect all routes that are attempted to be fired. And all right. And I want to make sure because either it's saying I can't do it and then it turns around and does it anyways. Nah, so it's not updating. Database. Well, I can't even say database because if the route doesn't exist, then there's nothing actually triggered a database. Then, but I would say what that is schema check for routes and full routes detection. That way, we can just move along, and have a copy of what the routes are supposed to be. Let's go to dashboard. I don't like this. So, must be mobile responsive. So, I was looking at this earlier on a mobile device. There should be no columns, and it just reminded me it must be mobile responsive. No multiple rows. Full rows. There's just really no point in doing a multiple row ever on a mobile device, unless it's unless icon or something. You know, I'm not even going back. We're gonna throw all this into something 25%. Docker. We need to get the Docker thing going. Which we'll go ahead and run this. Run Clajama manager.py. No, sorry. I don't want to waste tokens. Clear. Run. Oh my bad. Run Clajama manager. SH. That's what I kept doing right now. Alright, so this is supposed to help do this setup stuff. This also determines whether the error resolver is running. This is kind of, I don't want to put this inside the admin panel if it's ever compromised. This is like the last level of defense. So, and we're thinking once it actually goes live. Right now I'm just checking bugs and see if any of these things I can fix. Nothing about design. Nah, I don't have anything. And then the autonomous error resolver, let me definitely put this in here. Where is the autonomous error resolver, and what is it doing? What did it catch? What is it doing? So before I had sorry, my eyes burning. lost the other features and we got into like the heavy level of code just scrambling. We had already had a dashboard, but a lot of it was mock. So I need to go through here and see. But this has, like I said, this already worked before. I need to go ahead and have this open. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing full screen. Like I said, this was the last thing we built with this version. I know I keep saying this. I need a link or something. It's opening Google Chrome. Yeah, so this was a site that I'm actually supposed to be doing. As you can see, I could pick it up from right here and go ahead and fill in the gaps of it. But this is something to where this customer doesn't actually have to come back, make any more requests to me. They actually don't need me anymore, and I think that's what's supposed to happen. During the part where we got rid of it or cut it down, it needed CSS. The issue at that time was, obviously, if you're taking a closer look, where's the image? It does look good as is, but the Pexels API was having an issue because it was putting the image into a library and not just downloading it. But that exposed more bugs. So it's already building. And we're going to go through and get every single error, put it on our list. And I did not cancel my Gemini subscription, so we will be using Gemini's 1 million tokens. Again, please go back and watch the videos. I'm not advocating. I'm gonna get that far into it. So I got a list of things here. I've already showed you guys the site we already built, so you know it's not in beta mode anymore. We're just relinking this up. Let me go to what's already been built. And this is trying to link it up. Good night, you're managing the slime time. Okay. There are no files, that's accurate. Let me see if I get any errors when I do a switch. Method not allowed. I'm not getting any of those. But we do just want to do a method check. Okay. Our file explorer. Should be a thing here. There's select a project from the sidebar. So it says we don't have an active project. But if you come down here and I go to my projects, and if I selected a project, I would think that's the active project. So active project must be global for the user. Because as you see, it's active here. And if I switch to dashboard, no project. We click it there, and then we get the method not allowed. At 12. Okay. Failed to switch projects. Service spawn with a 405. So we got a lot of check our routes. This is critical. Okay, check our routes. Any route mentioned must be listed. All right, that'll help us speed up through that. Switch projects. Method check. Switch project is failing. And warnings are gonna happen. Identify all mock and placeholder code and the files in which they exist, list them. Okay, let's just hit a start. Development started successfully. I know for sure nothing is started. So that'll kill the whole placeholder ID, because on the back end, either something is happening or we're getting a 405 error and that's an actual dead endpoint. No, so we got the same issues as far as I see. So it's doing something or attempting something. Let's go to my projects. the task manager, we're going to check this. Add images. Invite users. Be nice. Ideas and features. A big background. All right, we're gonna refresh, see if that saves. I think it's this one. Okay, did get an error right there. All right, looks like it's building up the same errors again. So we'll just go ahead, since it has an issue with switching projects, we're going to check collaboration. So collaboration has it as slime time. When I go down here to my projects, now it's as slime, no slime time. Now it's set as slime time. I'm not sure if something is, I'm not going to say that because just before I need to make sure, because these are errors I saw. I don't want to assume the autonomous error resolver is doing anything. Let's see, let's do a status. Autonomous error resolver, it is running, but I can't say it just resolved that problem. I can't say that for sure. Log management. Okay. We need to resolve that because I want it to be if content is blank, we must identify why it is blank. We should how could we trigger it so that instead, I don't want to do a lot of scraping, we don't want to drag the LLM in, I don't want to use computer vision real heavily, but for even like right now, imagine if while I'm looking at Clajama, having like if Clajama could work on Clajama, which is what the autonomous error resolver is supposed to be doing, if it was a way to go, hey, you just missed this part. So that's where we're coming in over here using this other tool to build our code on our code for, you know, so it, yeah, it's kind of strange. But anyways, there's no user management. It's blank. Identify which .jsx pages of the app are empty or contain no content of true SERP or user engagement. Is my phone ringing? No, somebody's moving something around. Engagement activity. So that way it'll detect stuff. It'll go ahead and tell us what. So it'll. I'm hoping it's gonna go ahead and say, well, when he clicks blog management, nothing shows up. User management, nothing shows up. Analytics, nothing shows up. We do already have that issue in the settings. Let me put a key in here real quick. Okay. It says it was saved successfully. Yes, so I'm in the admin interface mode. I also need to make sure, because we have a developer mode that's supposed to be coming. I don't think people who, if someone isn't tech savvy, they don't need to be messing around the File Explorer. They really don't. They're gonna click on something and break it, delete something, and then start calling. The whole point is to make it to where people can't make that kind of mistake. So let's go slime site. Let's just see if it even responds. Hi. Receive request. What specific project would you like to modify? It doesn't even know. So collab should have some knowledge of the project. I received your request. So we'll put it like this. We'll take this and comment and some sort of the project. This is terrible. This is terrible. LLM engagement. token wasteful. It's token wasteful. Um, non-directive, non-directive, disengaged, and I need to identify uh, the agent who is the collaborator to give him, to give it an identity that guides its flow, process, interaction, and style of engagement. All right. So we're complaining about the collaborator. I want to see if it's even sending any information. Again, we've already seen this setup once before. Also, collab design must feel. Oh, I don't even know. My brain is going. Must feel friendly, simple. What's that word? Nostalgic. I know I spelled that wrong. And one-on-one. If the user ever engages with the agent and it can't Hail Mary an interaction, it's as if a person working somewhere forgets you every time you walk in. And so every one of our other agents have already been given personalities. And the personality isn't something to have a person just sit and talk about, hey, what happened at work today? Oh, da, da. We're not, these tokens are valuable. We're not gonna sit here and go back and forth. But if every agent, and that's what I need to say, each agent's temperature or style of engagement should be unique weights per user. This dynamically creates a custom setting. Some users think short. Some users think big. Some people can't organize ideas. Some people want to lead and need to follow first. But we never make a promise. For an outcome. And I think that's fair. I can't tell somebody, hey, you know, if you go build $1 billion water park right there, right over there, you get all your money back by the end of it. I can't, we're not selling dreams here. This is a tool. You got to still put the work. You never cannot put the work in. But it's automated. Who's got to fix the robot? All right, so this looks good to me. Collaboration, I've already mentioned that. And I didn't even see, hi. What are we working on? My site looks good. Let's see if it's even, if we're even aware. I can help you with that. So yeah, it's not consuming any tokens at all. File Explorer. Create a tic-tac-toe game. Definitely File Explorer. File Explorer must be comfortable. Must be comfortable. Must be comfortable to navigate. Text must be organized. Keep in mind. Some files may have long names, but they need to be able to see it. All right. That was the description. We put it on auto detect. Oh, and then advertise even bigger or clearer. You keep your files. Let me see. Okay. And so far, that seems as if it'll solve some more issues that we have going on. I don't wanna use Gemini just yet because this seems really critical, and I just don't want it to go the wrong way. Not this late in the game. So what I would assume we need to do, or what files I would assume that we need, Square account. So we would say, and I think it's app/square. SQARE star. Updated profile at source /app. Well, let me see what this is. Somebody's literally. Okay. I think it's add source components. Log. Um, um, Also in dashboard, I think there's and FGX will take the other ones. So collab. Let's actually take the collab manager. Oh, we're gonna need workflow also. We're probably gonna hit our limit right here because workflow controller is heavy. We actually need to break that down. Maybe we can get agents in here. Ooh, sense drop. Agent. We don't want. I'll keep that one. It should be empty anyways. All right. Collab. Okay. Got that one. Where do I see mock? That's app.jsx. Okay. You shared it? No. That's crazy. All right, my bad. I got a little sidetracked. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, so we got stuff to do. What we need to do is now take these instructions. We're gonna copy them in here. Let's go ahead and get it clear. Pop that in, run it. 96,000. We're gonna burn some couch. Let us do it. I think the cap is like 120,000. I think.